Every day, thousands of innocent young harp seals are bludgeoned to death. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Excuse the Mess podcast. I am your host, or something, official title, host or something, Daniel King. And I don't know if this is going to be the first or second episode. It'll probably be maybe the 0th episode. I'm still trying to work out the kinks of the camera running simultaneously with the audio. But this podcast is just going to be about me talking and rambling about stuff that I'm interested in, film and Netflix and Hulu series, HBO, all that stuff. Video games a lot. Martial arts, MMA, I love to talk about that. Current events, sometimes. I don't really like to get into politics because who does? But funny and weird stuff. Eventually, I'm going to get a better computer so I can edit some of the videos onto the superimpose them onto the video, other videos onto the video of me, so that you can watch them in real time as I watch them. Um, Sometimes I'm figuring out if my sister's gonna be the co-host. She might just be on here a lot since she just lives down the hall, anyways. But yeah, that's what it's gonna be about. We're just gonna have fun, have a silly goose time, try to take our minds off the harder stuff. Yeah, anyways, so I guess we'll just start with video games for now. Um, just recently watched the new Halo Infinite gameplay trailer, and I definitely got some of the old school Halo vibes from it because I've been playing since original Xbox, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3. I did ODST. I didn't do the strategy one. What was that? Halo Wars. I didn't do that one. But and then what was after that? I think there's another one that I can't remember right now. I played Halo 5 on Game Pass. That's the thing with shooters. For me, a lot of people like the campaigns for them, and I do like the campaigns of Halo, but multiplayer is really the most important part for shooters, first person especially. For me, and Halo 5 was not. It was not good at all. It was upsetting. The mechanics, just everything was. It was like, I don't know. I guess 343 fucking industries fucked up or something. I don't know. It was really bad and it was annoying. And I've got Game Pass on Xbox. Follow me, King Witcher 25 on Xbox Live, and on Twitch. But yeah, I downloaded it on Game Pass and it just felt clunky and weird. It wasn't as fast as it used to be, and I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare, so I'm used to quicker paced. I mean, they're Spartans. I know they got the armor on, but they're supposed to be fucking superhumans, so I don't know why they were running and moving so slow. It was really bothersome. Um, but the new one, I will say, especially because I watched E3 live last year when they did the first trailer for it, for Halo Infinite, where the guy's in like the middle of space and then he finds Master Chief and the just floating out in space in standby mode or whatever Spartans do because they're crazy. Um, the way that it tied into, well, then he jumped out at the end of the first trailer, but in the second one, those two are still together. I like that, and we see Master Chief being a little more like empathetic and sympathetic, like towards this pilot because he's been alone for I don't know how many years. I think it was like 4 years in space alone. sending messages to his like, or reading, watching old messages, holograph messages from his family and stuff. But Master Chief was more sympathetic. Like I remember in the first one, he just didn't give a fuck about the Marines at all. You could just like rifle butt him and kill him, and then they start killing you. Like, oh, he's gone rogue. But he was like, yes, you should watch it. I'm not gonna spoil it. The gameplay was good. It was faster, like the old ones, not like Halo 5. Yeah, it was really good. I'm really excited for that one. I hope they don't drop the ball. Yeah, I really do hope they don't drop the ball on that. Because it's supposed to be the last one, dude. So you got to end strong. Game of Thrones didn't end very strong. But I understand why. The fucking book was not finished. So what I'm hoping is that they could, and I don't really like live action too much when it's adapted, but I feel like Halo with CGI, like the way Final Fantasy VII did it with Advent Children, they could do a good one. A good fucking movie. I think they could. And I'd fucking watch that bitch. I'd go to the premiere dressed in, I was going to say Spartan armor, but I kind of want to be a grunt. Make weird noises and... But yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good fucking movie, dude. And I'd definitely go see it. I would support it all the way. I know a lot of my friends would too. It would be fucking good. Another fucking game I'm looking forward to so much is Cyberpunk 2077, which is a new open world, no loading game. So there's never load screens. And I've learned from just kind of, because I always wanted to be in the video game industry and write for them. I've learned that usually the way that they do that the best is that they, in scenes where it's like a cut scene, like something's happening, you're doing action, and then a cut scene happens, this is where they're loading information for the next part of what's going to happen. So they don't want you to, so they never leave you waiting, but yeah, it's good. It's just kind of continuous. Very GTA-like. A lot of NPCs, just a fucking ridiculous amount. It's got a very large map from what I've read. The gameplay looks fucking amazing. It's all first person except when you drive. Then you get to see from behind the car, third person. But I think you can still go first person, like see your hands on the steering wheel and see the dashboard and stuff. It's cyberpunk, so you get to do like upgrades. Kind of reminds me of BioShock. You know, you get to get upgrades and have different fucking weapons. You get to get different HUD displays. It's like saying Sahara Desert HUD display, heads up display. Or like Sahara Desert is the big desert if you translate it. But yeah, that's the one I'm really looking forward to. They had to fucking delay, and I'm sure because it's just a fucking large undertaking with continuous gameplay like GTA. But I think with more interaction with the NPCs that are like walking down the street, like I think you can talk to people more like it's Skyrim a little bit. And that's what I'm liking about the new video games, is they're kind of just blending together all the good ones that I really like. Like my big three are the Final Fantasy series, the Elder Scrolls series, and the Halo series, I guess. Or the Fallout series, actually. I'm really into Bethesda. Bethesda and Square Enix, so Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. Those are my favorite gaming companies. I've always wanted to write for them. I've applied before, but I was like fucking young. I didn't have any experience, so there's no way I was going to get it in the first place. But, you know, dare to dream, you know. Some other new games. There's this one coming out right now, or it's not. It's in fucking production still, called Black Myth Wukong, and it's like a retelling of the the monkey god in Chinese lore, folklore, mythology. Is that the same thing? That might be the same thing. But yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched. Oh, what? Now, of course, I'm gonna fucking. Was it the Forbidden Kingdom? That one kung fu movie with Jackie Chan and Jet Li, where Jet Li is the monkey god, monkey king, whatever. But he uses the staff, and I liked it. Especially, I was watching the gameplay. They got a good amount of gameplay out actually right now, but it's very. They definitely got some traditional wushu and like Shaolin martial artists to model for the characters, because the monkey staff style that the main character uses is spot on. Not spot on, but enough for a video game where you can tell like he does the same moves that you see they would do. I'm really into martial arts. I'm a nerd about that stuff. But yeah, it looks really cool. It's third person. I don't know what to call. Are they called slash and bash? Like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, those kind of games where you do a lot of slashing, moving. Well, I guess just third person action. Oh, Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls. But yeah, that game, really looking forward to that. And a game that I was looking forward to for a long time, and finally came out. Got a PS4 just so I could play this game, really. And Final Fantasy VII, the remake. That was the reason I got it. But the PS4. But Ghost of Tsushima, another kind of slash and bash. I'm gonna call it that from now on, slash and bash. But God, it's really fucking good. Very cinematic. Very like keeping up with the lore of samurai. They got it with Japanese audio, always fucking important for any JRPG or any Japanese game I fucking buy. If they don't have Japanese audio, dude, I'm a little upset. Like Final Fantasy 13 didn't have Japanese audio. I was a little upset. But this one does. Final Fantasy 15 has Japanese audio. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima does have Japanese audio. It's really good, very cinematic. The action, the gameplay when you're fighting is very. It's on. It's like Dark Souls. It's on point. You have to dodge at the right times. I'm pretty sure you run out of energy like Dark Souls. You can't just swing your sword around and expect to eventually fucking and just like get them in luck. Like God of War, you just swing and swing and swing, and hopefully you get them. But yeah, very good. So those are that's the video game section. I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare, of course, streaming and stuff. Final Fantasy 15, those are like the two games I play the most. Modern Warfare is just like Modern Warfare 2. It's got its stripes that I love it for, and it's got its gripes that I fucking hate it for. They cannot figure out this crossplay shit. Xbox, a lot of us get lagged out of shit very often. It's annoying. Connecting to chat with PS4 sometimes or PC players is difficult. If it's all Xbox players, we can hear each other perfectly, but doing the crossplay kind of fucks up sometimes. That's my gripe. I have many gripes about that game. I could do an entire podcast for 2 hours about the fucking things that piss me off about that game, but I won't. We'll just let that sleeping dog lie where it does. We can move on to like films and TV shows. Ozark has been, that was the highlight of this year. That's the, since Breaking Bad and like the first seasons of Game of Thrones, Ozark is definitely the best Netflix series, just series in general that I've watched. Definitely rivals Breaking Bad a lot because it's a crime drama and about a family man just trying to do what he has to protect his family, really. Same overall plot conflict, but the way they go about it is different. One's about the production and sale of drugs, methamphetamine, Breaking Bad, and then Ozark is about the laundering of money. Um, both from Mexican cartels, though. So yeah, it's very good if you like Breaking Bad. You like Better Call Saul. I still need to watch that one. You should definitely watch um, Ozark. Jason Bateman as the star from Arrested Development, one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Top three being Scrubs, New Girl, Arrested Development. I know the fucking dialogue to like almost every episode of all of those, all three of those. Fucking love them. Watch them. And that was just an alert to make sure I fucking check the fucking camera because it only films for 20-minute bursts. Um, another one I really liked, another comedy that gets up there, it gets into the top 10 was What We Do in the Shadows. Recommended by someone I know. It's about it's a mockumentary like The Office and Parks and Rec and like Trailer Park Boys, and it's about vampires. One of them was alive during. He's basically supposed to be Vlad the Impaler. He's still alive now. It's in modern times, still alive. And then one was from like the Victorian era, and she made this man she fell in love with a vampire as well. So it's about these three, and the main and the Vlad the Impaler vampires, his familiar, and these four just doing just ridiculous stuff, just fucking ridiculous stuff, and trying to understand the modern world when they're from older ages, but their familiar is from the modern world. I don't want to reveal too much. That's why I keep pausing. Um, watch that one. That's a good one for sure. Also on Hulu, I watched Loving Vincent. I'm a very large Vincent van Gogh fan. He's my favorite artist, probably of all time, just of all the artists. I like the troubled ones. He's the most troubled one that I know about. There were many troubled ones, but his was like a bittersweet. This the movie's really, it's really good. It's kind of sad. It's like his life kind of was, the way it played out. Um, but I really liked it. They filmed it all, and then they had a shit ton of painters paint every fucking frame. So it's essentially paintings the entire way through, painted in the brushstrokes that Van. And we are back. The camera only records in 20-minute bursts, so I gotta change it every 20 minutes or restart it. But yeah, the Loving Vincent movie, very good. Definitely recommend it. If you're kind of a romantic. Doesn't really talk about any love that he was in, but just that he was a lover of life and just saw the beauty in everything. Saw the world as a child, the way Picasso. Is that Picasso that said that? that you should try to see the world as a child as long as you can. Yeah, it probably was, or it wasn't, and I'm just an idiot, which is usually the case. But yeah, one I've been wanting to watch for a long time is The Mandalorian. I need to get Disney Plus. Been fucking lagging on that. Because I'm a huge fan of Star Wars and especially of the extended universe. I played Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2 religiously as like from like what was that? Like 6th to like 10th grade, just play it through, restart it again. Do a different and the Mandalorians are featured very heavily in that game, both of them. You have to go to the one of the I don't think you go to Mandalore. I don't remember what fucking planet they're on. Mandalore is the fucking first one. I gotta look it up. It's gonna bug me. Hold on. Mandalorian planet. You son of a bitch. I know I can't spell, but help me out. Malachor. There we go. Not Mandalore. Malachor. You get to go there. You get to train with the Mandalorians. Though they're a scattered race by now. They've already been through the Mandalorian Wars are already over. Long over. I think the KOTOR universe is... Yeah, it's before the Star Wars movie universe. Yeah. Yeah, because Jango Fett is already... Because in the second movie, he's a clone. And he's a Mandalorian, so all the clones are Mandalorian. Because why not? Because they're the warrior race, right? But yeah, it's said before, and it's really good. And you get to have different colored lightsabers. You get to have a yellow and like cyan, and there's a silver one. And I rock the shit out of that one. And you get to do like sick ass fucking force moves, like the one I always wanted, but I could never go dark side. I always try to go dark, but I just end up going either gray or light side. But the force crush, where you like start choking them at first, and then you like break their spine and they die, and it's sick. And if it was real life, I think I would be a gray Jedi, because I feel like the light side is kind of the right side of politics. They're like more conservative. And then the dark side is like very liberal, and they want to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And damn you if you tell them differently or go against them. It's fascism on both sides. Silence your opposition. Cancel culture makes me so fucking mad. It's fucking stupid. Fucking bringing up things people did 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I'm ashamed of everything I ever did. You know, like middle school and early high school, when I was still practicing Christian, I had some homophobic views, and they were not okay. But you know, you don't want that shit to be brought up to now, because now I saw the wrong in my ways, obviously, as many of us have. And it's all, life is a growing thing. It's not a fucking, you're supposed to have it perfectly down right now. It's about growing every day. You learn different shit. You can't be stubborn. You can't fucking have the fucking mentality. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You got to be willing to learn something every day. You can learn from anyone, man. You can learn from the guy running the 7-Eleven counter. And I do, because he's Indian. And he has a different culture than mine. And he doesn't speak English as well. Not that I speak um, the language that they speak in India. So he's obviously smarter than I am because he speaks two languages fluently. I can understand him. Not always. I try my best, but I'm not easily understandable either. And English is my first language. I mumble a lot, which you probably hear in this podcast. Sometimes I just try to talk without moving my lips. I'm very lazy. But yeah, you shouldn't be trying to cancel people for mistakes. They should, like, people want to, like, understand that there should be a consequence if they're, like, presently doing bad shit, saying bad shit. There should be a consequence. But you shouldn't be, like, trying to ruin people's lives and take their income away because, I mean, you try to take the income away from, like, these celebrity men and they're the provider for their household. So you're not just taking away from them, it's also his wife and his kids, her wife, her kids, her husband, whatever, dude, whatever sexuality, it's all good. Um, and for what? I mean, to teach them a lesson? Why don't you actually teach them a lesson? I just saw something today is that we should have more conversations and less cancellations because canceling someone doesn't teach them anything. It just breeds resentment in their heart towards the left, really, towards the fucking liberals because the right's not canceling anybody. Um, I lost my train of thought for a second. Hold on. Oh, more conversations, less cancellation. Instead of trying to cancel, we should like talk about what the fuck the problem is. Like, don't do this because it makes this group of people feel this way. They're uncomfortable and well, but everyone's gonna be offended by everything though. That's the problem with stand-up comedy now. Everyone can just record and take clips of someone's stand-up with no context about how he got to this joke and just like paint someone as a fucking villain and you don't even fucking know the guy. You didn't hear the lead up to the joke. I guess it's kind of been like this always, though. You know, you got Mel Gibson. What was he fucking ranting about? Jews? And Nixon about Jews and Irish. Uh, People get drunk and they fucking say shit, man. And they say a drunk mind speaks a sober heart, but sometimes a drunk mind just speaks dumb bullshit that you don't even believe, but you just wanted to say to get a rise out of someone. I do it all the time. I do it sober. Online, all day, trolling people for saying stupid shit. And so I say something dumber and just try to make them as mad as I can. See how deep the rabbit hole of their anger goes. It entertains me and I love it. You should do it sometime to some racist Republicans. It's very fun. And some far left liberals that think everything is. Never mind. Before I get canceled. Whatever. Okay, that was a tangent right there. Uh, the new Mulan movie looks really fucking good. Um, it's got a lot of my fucking favorite martial artists act. I wish Jackie Chan was in it, dude. I just wish Jackie Chan was in everything. I really do. I just wish always Jackie Chan. Like fucking Jackie Chan is just like third on the cast calling. You know what I mean? Just always third every movie. Got like Tom Hanks, uh, fuck, I can't think of any girl. I don't know, Zoe Kravitz, and then Jackie Chan. And it's a drama. It's not even a comedy, and there's no kung fu. But Jackie Chan always third. Kids movie, kid actor, Jackie Chan. Horror movie, black guy, Asian girl, Jackie Chan. Uh, Thriller, just Jackie Chan at the top. Action, Jackie Chan at the top. The Rock underneath, and then Jason Statham. Statham, I don't give a shit. Um, but yeah, it looks really good. People talking shit. People talk shit about everything though. It's got Donnie Yen. It's got, I think this is the girl from also. I don't want to be racist right now, so let me just cite myself from the Forbidden Kingdom. She was in it. See, and was she in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? That's what I'm trying to find out. Was it not her? See, now I feel racist. Maybe I just saw her in like another movie. But it's got the new Mulan. It's got the, from what I watched of the trailer, it's got the kind of old school. Well, not old school, just traditional kung fu movie vibes, with very, when the person knows kung fu, it's a superpower. You know what I mean? So they can run on walls, do flip kicks, and you know what I mean, knock people into through walls and shit, through tables. And I love that shit. When the quarantine started, I watched almost every. I think I only have two left. Almost every traditional old school Cantonese kung fu movie that they have on Netflix. Yeah, I just watched all of it. And I watched Ip Man, all of them. Had to pirate some movies by Jet Li from some of his older ones. Still need to watch some of the Jackie Chan ones. I want to watch more. I fucking love Jackie Chan, dude. If I could be born as someone else, Jackie Chan. That's who. Jackie Chan is my favorite person. You heard it here first. Jackie Chan is the best person in the world. Okay. Um, One on Netflix that's really good that people should watch, especially if you like video games. The Witcher. I played the game a little bit, but it was on PC, and the controls were really weird. The way you turn and also have to click to like swing the sword. It just for PC, I'm just used to shooters. Like you turn, it's first person. That's where you're looking. It's just easier to like. It was like turning the camera. Like it wasn't turning like behind his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like Resident Evil 4, where you're always over the shoulder, but it's third person. It was like turning around the environment around him, and it was just really fucking. I tried to fight someday, and I got killed. The first thing I tried to fight, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fucking do this. But that was really the TV series it was really interesting. I didn't really know anything about the story because I didn't fucking get through the game at all. But what they showed was really good. Had a good amount of comedic. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Laugh break between drama. Fuck, whatever. That it had a lot of that. Um, what is that actor's name? That's not John Hamm, is it? No, of course not. The guy that plays Geralt, though, is very fucking good. He does a great job. He does the Batman kind of thing of talking like this. Like this is somehow gonna disguise my voice. Well, I guess it does disguise my voice if I talk like that. On the phone, I don't think anyone would know who it was. The new Batman, even though it just got canceled because Pattinson got COVID. I wonder how many people he spread it to. Because he did that scene. It looked really good. Kind of matched the vibe of the Batman comics and graphic novels, where because like Christian Bale did it, where like Batman's like a martial artist, but like a monk, and like so calm. But like in reality, Batman is just kind of who is it that was it my sister that said that, and maybe she got it from someone. But like beating the shit out of fucking unsuspecting thugs and criminals was like his therapy. Like my parents died, I'm gonna beat the fucking hell out the fucking. And that's how it should be. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited for this, though. The production's halted. I don't know why people are trying to do shit right now. Like the UFC, they keep fucking like every time, like, oh, someone came tested positive. All they do is cancel the fight, like that fight. They don't cancel the whole thing. Like how many fucking people are gonna get sick? Are sick? Yeah, it's all a fucking. I'm gonna take a quick break while I change the camera battery. I'll be right back with this after this commercial break. And we are back. I think I was talking about The Witcher before the break. We have a very good show. I'm not sure how well it ties in with the video game because I didn't really play it. But yeah, so take that off. That bit is done. This quarantine has been very, very interesting and very telling about a lot of people, myself included, about what we're really kind of going through. Dr. Drew Pinsky, shout out to him. I'd plug his Instagram, his social media stuff, but I don't know it by heart. But he was talking, I don't remember, was it Bobby Lee? He was talking to Bobby Lee, maybe it's Bobby Lee, about taking it. If you want to see how you're really doing, you have to take away the things that you're using as emotional crutches. So, like for me, it would be going out to bars on the weekends, social media on my phone and on my computer, drinking, cigarettes. I don't really use weed as a emotional crutch anymore. I don't really smoke as much as I used to. But yeah, when you take these things away for a while and let yourself start to process things, see what comes up now that you don't have this emotional crutch, you start to see what's really going on. And I've done a lot of introspection during this quarantine, just thinking about who I am. I'm 26 now. Who I've been since high school, so that's now 8 years. And I came to find out that I am a fucking asshole. Yeah, a lot of selfish behavior in the past, kind of ego-driven and trying to just being an asshole, man. Like Theo Vaughn said, also being a bit of a bitch sometimes. I don't mean that about women. I mean that about female dogs because they whine when they're getting penetrated. Anyways. That joke did not land. It didn't even land to me, and we're gonna move past it. But yeah, I'm an asshole and a little bit of a bitch when it comes to emotional things. Like sadness makes me angry. That's what I learned. Well, I kind of learned that a while back, but like whenever I'm feeling sad, and I feel like a lot of people feel like this too. When I'm feeling sad, I feel angry at myself for feeling sad. Like, stop being a bitch, dude. Grow up. People got it worse than you. You had a good life growing up. What was you so fucking sad about? I don't know fucking why I'm so sad, but who knows why anyone is fucking so sad? The world. Look at the world. Children being bombed. Uh, White people in the streets. I was gonna end it at white people, but that because that's one of my stand-up jokes. But white people in the streets being racist. Uh, and we could look around and find 1,000,000,000 things to be sad about. We don't let it get us down on this podcast, all right? We're all here together. I'm going to say this to you. I love you. We shall overcome. I'm not very good at at like pump up speeches. I'm good at being a part of one. Like I get pumped up, but I'm not good at giving them. I feel like I'm also not good at comforting crying people. When someone is crying that I know, if I don't know them and they're crying, I immediately exit the location where this is happening. Where there's crying going down, I shall not be. When someone I know is crying, I'm always just like, oh, they're there. It's gonna be okay. Um, that's what I do. Because I don't really cry. I can't really cry unless I'm almost blacked out drunk. So I just don't know what you're supposed to do. I think girls are really good at it because they get to cry. They're allowed to cry. Boys, we aren't really allowed to cry. If someone's gonna call us a bitch, or someone's gonna say, go hang with your girlfriends, or someone's gonna say something misogynistic about you, even though you're a man. um, but yeah, crying is weird. I feel like sympathy is weird for me. I can be empathetic and feel it inside myself, but when I have to like comfort you, I don't know what to fucking say. They're there. It'll be okay. Uh we're going to get through this. I think that's one I use a lot. And you know what? I don't even say we. I say your as like a preemptive that I'm not going to deal with this crying nonsense again. So you're going to get through this so I don't have to deal with it. And that's what I'm saying. The introspection from quarantine has revealed that I am an asshole. That is a very asshole thing to do. But I am how I am. I'm not saying old dogs don't learn new tricks. I hope to learn new tricks. I'm not that old, though I feel like a goddamn 61-year-old man with my lower back and shoulder and neck issues. Oh, hear that? And my fucking knees. You know, they never warn you about that. When you start doing sports in school, they never say, hey, by doing these sports, you're aging your joints and muscles and ligaments at like, you're going like 10 years ahead of what your actual age is. Like doing I fucked my shoulders up so many times in wrestling. I can't even imagine. Like, I'm going to have to get cybernetic limbs for my shoulders because there's like no fucking ligament left in there. Um, and yeah, they never fucking tell you that, yeah, this shit is playing football is gonna fucking, you're gonna feel like an old man at fucking 23. And football's a crazy sport because they just let every play for like 3 hours, just motherfuckers are just running into each other's face. On the line of scrimmage, just run into the guy's face in front of you. And then you got linebackers and running backs that are just trying to run into each other, and they got speed because they got a bit of distance they can get some steps in. Yeah, and then of course MMA. I love martial arts MMA, but they be sometimes those refs be letting those fucking fighters down, dude. Like if you're a ref and you see a fighter get head kicked to the fucking jaw, like on the fucking button, and you see his arms go like this, and he falls, you should already, before he even hits the ground, you should be trying to lay on top of him so that the other guy doesn't rain down 6 fucking hammer fists onto his unconscious body. Oh, that shit, I hate watching that shit when they're just beating the fuck out of a person that is unconscious. Not even like their hands are like this. They're not even trying to get their hands up. They're just getting knocked into fucking oblivion. I don't know if it's sexist to say, but I hate to see it more when it's girls, dude. Like the what was it? The Nunes Ronda Rousey fight. Like that fight should have been stopped, dude, before she even went down, bro. Like there was times where you could see that Rousey just could not defend against Nunes's attacks. There was every time she put a defense up, either Nunes faked that shot so that it was in the wrong place, or she put it up too late. Like she went to defend, but Nunes had already struck her, and then she puts her defense up, and she was just getting knocked around the fucking around the octagon. You could see like she was so disappointed after it finally got fucking ended. Jesus Christ. Let them fucking kill each other. I guess it's gladiator sports now. Yeah, that shit bugs me. What have I gone through? I've gone through video games. I got through film, a little bit of current stuff, this quarantine edition, MMA. I haven't really watched any new stuff. I saw the Rodriguez Stamp Fairtex fight. I really like both of those fights. I love women's MMA more than men's by a long shot. I think because I just grew up watching the men's MMA, and so I'm already used to it. I never got to see the girls beat the fucking hell out of each other. And they're really fucking good, and they're down. Like fucking lionesses are more aggressive and more down than the actual male lion. They're down. They're down to get down and dirty. But yeah, I wasn't rooting for either of them in the Fairtex Rodriguez fight, because I like both of them. I wanted to see Fairtex Stamp fight Hirata Itsuki, and now I want to see Itsuki fight Rodriguez. Though I think there's people in front of her, because she's a little younger, hasn't had as many fights. But those three right there, Rodriguez, Stamp Fairtex, Itsuki, same weight, very good, all three of them. I don't see like a round robin between them. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Not on the same day though, because someone's gonna get fucking killed. Got through a good amount. Feeling I feel like this was a good first episode, just testing out the stuff. I think I got the timing down for my cameras and the battery. And now I'm putting a timer on the thing. What else? NHL. Haven't watched any of it because the Sharks aren't in it, and also because I don't have cable, and also because the Sharks aren't in it, and also because the Sharks aren't in it. But I'm following it for the most part. Flyers are looking good. Bruins just got knocked the fuck out. Um, Vegas better not fucking win. And I'm not really watching it because the Sharks aren't in it. Yeah, I'm fucking rambling now. I think I've come to the end. It's a little harder when I'm by myself. I'm gonna get better at it though. I just didn't have. That's the thing with quarantine. There's not really a lot of shit to talk about because I don't like to talk politics, so I'm not talking about Trump because we've said everything that needs to be said. Biden sounds like he's about to have a stroke all the time. Bernie Sanders looks like an actual dead body. Black Lives Matter. We've known this. I don't know why it's really weird seeing people come out now when the first movement was happening in 2015 and nobody was saying stuff, but now it's kind of on brand. It's on brand to fucking have Black Lives Matter in your shit. Like so many people did the black fucking thing, the Avi for Instagram and Twitter. But that's all they did was just Black Avi. You gotta fucking show up to fucking practice or whatever. You gotta make a spectacle. It's all fucking performance, social media. So you gotta make sure people see you as not racist. As long as they see you as it, you can be racist. That's the way I do it. You know, those goddamn. I'm not gonna keep going with that. It was mostly very racist. But yeah, I fucking hated that I just ended that on politics. Cause I don't even fucking read or watch the news. Cause I just don't need that shit in my fucking head. I got other shit to deal with. People are into their tragedy porn. All these white women on Instagram and Twitter, black women too, just like constantly posting about people that have been murdered and videos and statistics. And it's like, Jesus, why are you so obsessed with us being killed and mistreated? Why is this the only thing that you're posting now? It's either like you're trying to hide the racism that you have in your heart, or you're just overcorrecting way too much. And either way, just fucking stop. Because we've had enough. The black people, we live through it, okay? We know. I've been held at gunpoint by the police. I know what happens and how fucked up it is. We don't need a reminder every fucking second that we're on social media. Go back to posting the fit pics. Go back to posting the dogs falling in water or trying to save their owner who is just swimming. Go back to posting cats attacking their owners for singing. Jesus Christ, superstar. I didn't come on social media for it to be CNN all the fucking time. All right, I came for a silly goose time. Came to see some hot girls sometimes, with their fit pics. They're working their body. They look good. They make me want to look good. They make me work out. Come for some NHL highlights, for some memes, and for a silly goose fucking time. All right, that's what I want on social media. I just want us all to have a good time. Life is already hard enough as it is for us to be fucking just drowning in misery everywhere we look. Like, you look outside, miserable, terrible things happening. And so you try to go to the escape place, Netflix, then documentaries on. The obsession with serial killers is fucking fascinating to me because it's all girls who are obsessed, and some of them like in love with these serial killers that would kill them, that would skin them, use their teeth to make a bracelet, use their skin as a lampshade, and wear their hair as a wig and say, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me." humans fascinate me because we're also fucking stupid and we argue about shit that doesn't make any sense. And we argue about shit and we're not trying to fix anything. We're just trying to argue. Like me with all my past relationships, it's just like we're addicted to dysfunction. So we just want there to be dysfunction. We don't want a solution to the dysfunction. We just, that's our wheelhouse. We're just comfortable in this dysfunction. And it's really fucking unhealthy. It is it is so unhealthy for black people to be reading statistics about how often they're murdered by police and racists every single day that they go online. And so, white America, also black America, stop. Just give it a fucking rest. We understand. Jesus Christ. I don't need to know that for 12 days of this year, for only 12 days of this year, police didn't kill anyone. We are back. But yeah, well, I just want to like ask people, white America, black America, Asian America, let's just stop the overcorrection. We don't need to see how many people are dying all the time. Okay? It's not healthy. It dwindles the hope that we have for a better tomorrow. It makes people like me, many people that I know have dated, we don't want to have kids because, shit. Why do I want to fucking raise a black son or daughter that's gonna get murdered by the police or some fucking racist guy? Or die of asphyxiation because we've destroyed the ozone layer or whatever. Is that it? No. Ozone layer keeps the UV rays out. Whatever. Death in the future is what it's looking like, and that's not good, and we don't want to see it all the time, man. I know you just want to fight the information age and you just want to inform people, but give us a fucking break. How about that? Let's just do that for America, for the good of this country, for the good of this nation, for the good of the people of this world. I had something to say at the end of that and I forgot it. That's how you know I'm winding down. You can follow this podcast at Excuse the Mess Pod on Instagram. I'm going to make a Twitter soon. It's the same, Excuse the Mess Pod on everything. I'm going to make a YouTube soon. TikTok probably. Twitch, no. Maybe. OnlyFans, of course. And yeah, you guys stay frosty. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And of course, excuse the mess.